Tonight at 5, the race for herd immunity.
We still have a lot more to learn.
Experts say we have to get vaccinated to end the pandemic. But should your boss make the decision about whether you get a shot?
One woman just got fired for defying orders. And tonight, Denver7 takes a 360 look at the ethics of mandatory vaccinations.
Plus, Denver7 celebrates Black History Month and the black leaders who got civil rights law passed in Colorado before the year 1900.
And a woman battling cancer falls victim to a car thief. Her plea for justice and for help.
I am tired. It's cold for a person who was hot all the time. I'm cold all the time now.
It's been a month since we ran the first mass vaccine tests on a weekend in Colorado, and now it's almost routine.
Winter weather will not be a factor for tomorrow's events. UC Health plans to give out 10,000 second doses at Coors Field tomorrow. Centura Health will be vaccinating all the people who were supposed to get the first dose last Sunday at the Broadmoor, but cold weather canceled that event.
Now, the winter weather nationwide delayed some vaccine shipments. Officials in Eagle County say that forced them to reschedule this weekend's vaccine clinic at Battle Mountain High School. This clinic would have been second doses, so everyone's being rescheduled now for next weekend. Eagle County leaders say even though the doses are coming an extra week apart, the vaccine should not lose much of its effectiveness.
And those delayed shipments haven't had much of an impact on the day-to-day vaccine numbers. Colorado has now given 1.1 million doses. That includes 34,000 just yesterday. We're on pace to have 6% of the state fully vaccinated by Monday. Now, skepticism remains. 15% of Americans say they will not get vaccinated. 17% are a probably not.
And only 68% are a yes. And health officials say 70% is the goal. And tonight, Denver7 is going 360 on one idea to boost the vaccination rate: have employers make the vaccine mandatory.
We've already seen a version of this. King Soopers is paying its employees $100 to get a vaccine. Trader Joe's and Dollar General are both offering a couple hours of pay for employees who get vaccinated.
And there's a new twist this week. A restaurant worker in New York lost her job after saying she wouldn't get the vaccine because she wanted to research its impact on fertility. And she spoke out to Good Morning America.
Do you think it's fair for a workplace to be able to determine whether or not its employees should be vaccinated?
I don't. Especially in a situation like mine, I asked for a little more time. That's a very legitimate reason. I clearly was given no time. I want to make it very clear, I'm not an anti-vaxxer.
The restaurant says it will update its policies, but this debate is not over.
Well, tonight, Denver7 is gathering 360 perspectives to show you what is safe, what is legal, and what is fair for both employers and employees. Here's Sloan Dickey.
While thousands here in Colorado continue to fight for their place in line to get the COVID vaccine, there are plenty of people refusing to take part for reasons ranging from religious beliefs to personal health concerns. A waitress in New York was even fired for refusing to take the vaccine over fears it could impact her ability to have children. Tonight, we're going 360 on the question of whether you could be forced by your employer to take that shot in the arm.
We still have a lot more to learn, but everything I am seeing from those two manufacturers appears to be promising.
Right now, the two approved vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna have a more than 90% efficacy rate when it comes to fighting the coronavirus.
So this is where it's a bit of a race against the clock. Viruses can't mutate if they're not replicating, and they can only replicate if they're causing an infection.
Public health officials have an incentive to vaccinate as many people as possible in a short period of time.
70% of the population would either need to be vaccinated or previously immune in another way in order to achieve herd immunity.
And employers are a big part of that plan, but can they mandate employees get the vaccine?
Some businesses certainly could do that and actually have done it for other types of vaccines. So.
Mandating vaccines is possible and has been used in the past for diseases such as influenza. It's not an unpopular idea either. A survey by Yale University found that 72% of executives signaled openness to implementing vaccine requirements.
We are not advocating for mandating vaccines.
Many worker unions have a different take. Dennis Doherty, the executive director of Colorado's AFL-CIO, says his organization is pushing for more access to vaccines, but stops short of any company mandate.
Having flexible scheduling, this means taking time off if needed. This also means having these kind of flexible work schedules to make sure those employees who want to get it have the ability to do it.
Corporate vaccine mandates may be a consideration, but medical experts say encouragement has been the best tool.
This is something that we shouldn't need to force people to do. This is a good vaccine. This is a terrible pandemic. Let's get out of it.
Price admits we don't know enough about the vaccine to force employees to surrender to the needle.
I think we owe it to our public to have that full process completed. And until then, I am glad that we're able to start vaccinating before that. I just wouldn't mandate it at this time.
Price, like many of us, is hoping the need for vaccines might diminish once the majority have their vaccination record cards.
It is possible that once we do achieve this herd immunity, maybe this will circulate in a way that we won't feel the need to go that route.
With so many people motivated to get a vaccine, it's possible mandates won't even be a consideration. Sloan Dickey, Denver 7.
So we have started the debate. Now we want your perspective, please. 360 at thedenverchannel.com.
VitaCare is complying with the Colorado Attorney General's office after complaints about the company's vaccine sign-up process. VitaCare was sending emails and attempting to sign people up for vaccine appointments. They're also trying to charge. And the company had not been approved as a vaccine provider yet, meaning all of those sign-ups were illegal. Well, the Attorney General's office says VitaCare is going to stop until they are approved. And in the meantime, the AG says you need to do your homework before you book an appointment. Make sure you are signing up with a registered provider. And we know many of you still have plenty of questions about the vaccine, how to sign up, who to call. We have posted an article with answers to the most common questions. Just visit thedenverchannel.com/vaccine.
Well, tomorrow people will be able to reopen extended unemployment benefits claims with the state. It's been almost 2 months since the benefits were approved, and thousands of people have been waiting to file because of delays related to upgrades in the state's unemployment system. Well, state leaders say everybody who has been waiting will be paid in full. There'll be an investigation into Space Command. Today, the Department of Defense Inspector General announced it would be looking into the way Space Command's new base was chosen. Last month, the outgoing Trump administration selected Huntsville, Alabama as the new home of Space Command. The temporary headquarters has been here in Colorado Springs. Well, leaders across our state immediately accused the feds of playing favorites with the process. DOD did not say how long this investigation will take.
And a disturbing story out of Lake County tonight. Coroner Shannon Kent and his wife Stacy Kent are facing charges after a body was found in a coffin at a funeral home the couple used to own in Silverthorne. Authorities believe the body had been there for several months. The couple also faced legal trouble back in 2019 when Shannon, as Lake County coroner, was accused of sending his wife to crime scenes.
Well, Mary King uses her Dodge Durango for life-saving medical treatments, or she did, until the SUV was stolen Wednesday night in Aurora.
Mary, who works as a port of entry officer, says she won't let this setback get her down. And she shared her story with Denver 7's Lance Fernandez.
Just had the car parked right here. I came out Thursday to go to the grocery store and car was gone.
Brittany King is doing what she can to take care of her mom.
She just laid down to take a nap and I think she thought I was messing with her.
Her mom, Mary, has cancer, acute myeloid leukemia. They've been driving up to Aurora from Lamar for Mary's treatment and a recent bone marrow transplant.
This vehicle was one that I searched for features that had enough seating for the grandkids.
Those grandkids, all 5 of them, mean the world to Mary. And so does the ability to get to her doctor's appointments. She said her wallet was still in her 2005 Dodge Durango, which was stolen from inside the garage at the Forum Fitzsimmons Apartments.
It had my driver's license and my patrol ID and my concealed carry ID, just things like that.
Mary, a port of entry officer with CSP, is pleading with whoever took her Durango to bring it back.
With the cancer, finances are a issue and I don't know that I can afford another vehicle.
She already has a lot on her plate as far as her treatments and with her job and everything.
Brittany says getting to the hospital now is a whole new challenge.
It just added more stress and more worry to her, what isn't something she needs to deal with right now.
Brent's Place Foundation, in partnership with UC Health, is providing an apartment for Mary to stay in during her treatment. It has also provided an Uber card as a short-term solution to get her to her appointments. The Kings are asking that everyone keep an eye out for their Durango. If you see it, contact Aurora PD. Brittany's message to the thieves?
And stop stealing cars.
Lance Hernandez, Denver7.
That's right. And we're going to help Mary out. We have set up a Denver7 Gives Fund to help her with her bills. And if you want to make a tax-deductible donation, just visit thedenverchannel.com and visit the Denver7 Gives section, and then choose Help Cancer Patient After Car Theft from the drop-down menu. Every donation goes toward our mission of helping Coloradans in need.
I'm not surprised to hear that we fought for those rights, but then they were not implemented in.
The pace of change. Denver7 celebrates Black History Month by honoring Joseph Stewart, a trailblazer who passed civil rights law in Colorado.
Essentially, it just said people of color could not be barred from any kind of public accommodations.
Windy conditions and warmer temperatures today, but it looks like some snow on the way again for tomorrow.
And momentum builds to protect 1 million acres of Colorado public land.